A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic moment, world leaders have converged at the White House for critical discussions regarding the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. This meeting, originally intended to be a bilateral dialogue between U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, has transformed into a summit involving key European allies, including leaders from the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Finland, the EU, and NATO. The urgency of this gathering highlights the escalating tensions and the pressing need for a resolution to a war that has lasted over 3 years, rooted in a conflict that began 8 years ago with Russia's annexation of Crimea. As the leaders prepare to engage in discussions, there is a palpable sense of concern among European nations regarding the United States' shifting stance on the conflict. Historically, the U.S. has been a staunch supporter of Ukraine, but recent signals from Trump have raised alarms about a potential pivot towards a more conciliatory approach towards Russia. This has left European leaders anxious about the future of Ukraine and the security of the continent. Trump's campaign promises included a swift resolution to the Ukraine crisis. Yet 6 months into his presidency, tangible progress remains elusive. The president's recent meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska appears to have influenced his perspective, with Trump now advocating for concessions from Zelensky, including the relinquishment of Ukraine's aspirations for NATO membership and the acknowledgement of Russia's annexation of Crimea. The implications of such concessions are profound. For Zelensky, agreeing to cede territory would mean abandoning regions where countless Ukrainian soldiers have fought valiantly. The prospect of allowing Russia to gain control over strategic areas raises fears of further aggression and instability in the region. Zelensky faces the daunting task of balancing the demands of a powerful ally while safeguarding his country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. In the face of these challenges, Zelensky's administration is seeking robust security guarantees from the U.S. to deter future Russian aggression. However, the details of these guarantees remain vague, leaving Ukraine's leadership in a precarious position. The absence of a clear commitment from NATO complicates matters further, as Trump has indicated that Ukraine's membership in the alliance is off the table. European leaders are keenly aware of the historical context of territorial disputes in the region, which have often led to devastating conflicts. They are expected to press Trump for clarity on what U.S. security guarantees could look like, emphasizing the need for a credible commitment to protect Ukraine from potential future attacks. The fear of a scenario where borders are redrawn by force looms large in the minds of European officials, prompting their last-minute decision to travel to Washington. As the summit unfolds, the absence of a Russian representative adds another layer of complexity. While Putin may not be present, the influence of his recent discussions with Trump is likely to shape the negotiations. The Kremlin's desire for Ukraine to concede territory and for NATO to reaffirm its stance on Ukraine's membership will be pivotal points of contention in the talks. The stakes are undeniably high. A successful outcome for Russia would be for Trump to abandon the negotiations altogether, leaving Ukraine vulnerable and isolated. The pressure is mounting on Zelensky to navigate this treacherous diplomatic landscape without compromising his country's future. As the world watches, the implications of today's discussions will reverberate far beyond the walls of the White House, shaping the geopolitical landscape for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.